Peace and love. I was reflecting on some things, and I thought it could be really cool to share this particular self-dialogue that I was having, and I guess move it from the self perspective into the community as a point of dialogue and just reflection. I guess I tend to think a lot about the spiritual, the cultural, as it pertains to Black people wherever we are on the planet. And I have been consuming a lot of information, as I tend to do, on history and our people, and just even personally within the dynamics of my own family, within my own sphere. And it got me to writing a lot, as I tend to do. I write a hell of a lot, journal entries and poems and all types of things. And I figured I shared this little rumination with you all. It's not titled per se, but I guess I call it light giving and light receiving, because I felt like that was a poignant portion within this, excerpt of a journal entry. This is what I wrote. As I mature, I find myself only attracted to things of depth, the depth of things, where I was once transient in my approach, skating along surfaces or playing around borders weightlessly, unbeknownst, once upon a time. I now carry weight. I feel like a planet, elementally broken apart, violently made soft with wisdom, only to have found myself solidifying, coming back together as something new, someone bigger. And so everything is heavy with me, heavy with meaning, heavy with need, with demand, and with fierce necessity. I'm not sure if that has perhaps come with the pain of my maturity, the battle of becoming. But perhaps that is a part of womanhood and manhood. The understanding of depths, understanding the depths of field around you, the depths of the mind, of oneself, of one's connection to all things. This is a constant conversation, a continuous rumination and reflection. And I have been in practice of the acceptance that I am a deep ocean. I am lush terrain, and that with me come spirits too old to be called gods. I look at my mothers, my fathers, my sisters and brothers, and I see the same of them, of us. Us as a people, always the object under the microscope of people who don't know light. I see the many ways we've swallowed ourselves in confusion, in distraction, trying to emerge but can't or won't or perhaps are afraid to. I think about how our depth is misunderstood, misrepresented, and therefore has been revised and distilled into something that we can't recognize. I don't want no filtering around these parts. Black man and Black woman. We never need the light filtered, and we have never needed it filtered, Black man and Black woman. We took the light on full. We took it on until dawn and then some. I look at us and I see a people whose love is too old to be claimed by concepts of time. Yet we carry sharp knives for cutting, for the cutting of tongues, the cutting of ties, the cutting of memory, the cutting of lessons. Rethink your iron. Rethink your iron. The principle of Ogu tells us that iron is alive and therefore powerful, a tool of creation, able to create, redirect, reform, re-energize, and sustain is iron. Let's not forget that iron is also within the blood, inextricable to life, in other words. Iron sharpens iron. That phrase applies to us. And as a Black woman, I am your blood, your weapon, and your sustenance. And Black man, you are mine. We keep forgetting. We keep forgetting that to pass through the fire is not to burn to an ember, but to mold and shape and solidify the purpose of being. We pass through fire as iron to sharpen iron. But we also cool off in each other's hands as refuge, as recourse, and protection. There's a natural image of us, deep and pressurized like diamonds, and the light of us refracts against time. I'd like to recollect on that. I'd like to reassemble and mend. Light giving and light receiving is who we are, deep and never too old to remember. That's it. That was the journal entry. Wanted to share that with you guys. Black, no sugar, please.